Feasting on Agriculture with A.J. Sabine is brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, Ask Before You Eat, by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, Think Rice, and by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Hey there folks, I'm A.J. Sabine and welcome to another exciting edition of Feasting on Agriculture. You can see it over my shoulder and you've heard about this wonderful restaurant for the past 160 years. Today I take you inside to have some great crawfish and drum at the world famous Tujague. Joining us now is Executive Chef Guy Sockrider here at Tujague, established in 1856. And Guy, thank you so much for having us in America's oldest stand-up bar.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you here.
What's it like working in such a historical venue?
It's a great opportunity. There's a lot of history here, a lot of history with the food, a lot of history with the customers. We get customers that have been coming here 40, 50, 60 years, and their children.
How do you feel about the whole farm to table movement and how it's really enraptured both consumers and restaurant goers of the past, or probably the past 10 or 15 years?
I think it's very important that you support your local farmer. They're out there working for you to get the best product they can possibly get, and when you taste it, you'll know.
Talk about what we're going to eat today.
I'm going to do a pan-seared puppy drum cardinal, which is it's a light lemon butter with sautéed crawfish on top of a pan-seared piece of puppy drum, which is from the Gulf, which is on top of some steamed asparagus, which is on top of some mashed potatoes.
Awesome. Let's get started.
Okay. What I'm going to do today is a Gulf puppy drum cardinal, made with fresh Louisiana crawfish and drum from the Gulf. So I'm going to start with some Creole seasoning. You put it on pretty heavily. Take the drum and dredge it in flour.
Well, you started with butter, so I'm already in on this recipe.
So essentially what we're doing is we're browning the fish on both sides, and then we're going to finish it in the oven so that it's fully cooked and nicely tender.
Yeah.
Now the fish has been in the oven for about 3 or 4 minutes just to make sure it's fully cooked. So we have some mashed potatoes and some asparagus.
Chef, that fish is beautiful.
Look at that. Isn't it? You're going to start with some fresh Louisiana crawfish. You don't want to cook them too much. Just want to heat them up. Little Creole seasoning. Deglaze with a little Chardonnay. Little green onion for color.
I can only imagine what this kitchen is like when you guys are rocking and rolling.
When we're doing 500 or 600 covers and making this to order, it gets pretty busy.
Talk about the flavor of Louisiana crawfish and what that does to the recipe.
Well, Louisiana crawfish are far superior to any other crawfish. You know, there's crawfish all over the world. I've been in lakes near Seattle, Washington, where they're crawling up on the beach. I've seen them in Omaha, Nebraska on the beach. I've seen them all over the world. They're very, very popular in France, believe it or not. Écrevisse.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I love them.
But that's the dish. That's a pan-seared puppy drum cardinal.
Awesome. Well, look, when we get back, folks, I get to taste this. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're in the lovely main dining room of Tujague Restaurant, and joining us again is Chef Guy Sockrider. Chef, this is a wonderful smelling dish. Immediately you can smell the Chardonnay and the crawfish and this sauce. Tell us again, remind folks, what goes all into making this particular entree?
Well, we use the puppy drum, which is pan-seared.
It smells absolutely wonderful. Now, Tujague is known for many, many things, not only the historical importance of the restaurant, but the grasshopper. Tell us about what goes into making the world famous grasshopper.
The grasshopper is something that's been around since I think the 50s, this century, or I mean last century, not the century before. but it's made with 2 different kinds of creme de menthe, brandy, and heavy cream. And when we created our new dessert menu, we created a grasshopper cheesecake, which is very popular. It's all the same ingredients incorporated into a plain cheesecake.
Outstanding. I have got to taste this, so you have to indulge me
Go ahead.
for a second.
Go ahead.
But while I'm getting ready to feast on this agriculture, tell folks about brunch. Tujague's is also known for the famous brunch that you guys have.
Right. Well, brunch was created a couple centuries ago, almost a century and a half ago, by Madame Begay, and it was for the butchers in the French market across the street. They would all come over here, and that's where the brisket was first started, that we're very well known for. Brunch, about a year ago, I completely changed the brunch menu, and we have a more formal brunch now. We have the traditional eggs benedicts and frittatas. We do a creme brulee French toast. But our best-selling item is the crawfish hash. It's fresh Louisiana crawfish, a little Trinity, a little Brabant potato, topped with poached eggs and hollandaise, green onions on top, and it sells like crazy. It's a great dish.
That sounds wonderful. No wonder it sells like crazy. I'll have to come back and do a segment just on that. But in terms of this beautiful puppy drum and the cardinal sauce, it's a wonderful, wonderful sweet fish. It's a velvety texture. You can really taste the green onions and the Louisiana crawfish. Chef, it's absolutely fantastic. I don't know how you do it, but you've got the skills, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you folks for joining us. And that's all from here, from Tujague's. Also, I want to remind you folks, it's the 161st year of the existence of this restaurant. Come check it out. They have all kinds of wonderful specials throughout this year. Thank y'all for joining us. This is all from here at Tujague's. We'll see you next time.
Feasting on Agriculture with A.J. Sabine was brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, Ask Before You Eat, by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, Think Rice, and by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.